Hi everybody, it's Lauren. Let's get this right. Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be doing this rainbow cut crease with cheetah print. But the real special part of this is that we're doing all black owned beauty. So I'm super excited for this. Happy Black History Month. If you're watching this video, I probably have a video up at the same time where I did a softer, simpler look that was also all black history. All black beauty, black owned beauty makeup. Yeah, it's black. It's black. So yes, I'm very excited about that. I'll leave the items that I use down below. Please give this video a like, hit subscribe, make sure you subscribe because most people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So just take a second and check it out. And we're gonna head right into the tutorial. All right, so check it out. Usually when I do an eye like this, I go back and forth between which side of the eye I'm gonna do in different colors. We're gonna do one side of the eye at a time, all right? We're gonna break this down. This is a really fun look. I usually don't do such fun looks. I usually do looks that are buildable skills, buildable techniques like half cut crease, halo eyes, things that beginners can use. This is strictly for fun. So y'all let me know if y'all like these type of videos down below. All right, first we're gonna go into the Wealthy Chic palette from colored Raine. And I'm gonna use this brush. It doesn't even have a name. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. My brushes are my brushes are so dirty. But you're gonna go with something that is this shape, something that is not as dense as these thinner brushes. Gonna go for something a little bit fluffy. And we are going to go into the shade Cash Me Outside. This is Wealthy Chic. I love it. Cash Me Outside. And we're gonna start on the inner corner, right? So what we're gonna do is, before I even start talking, I prime my eyes with the colored Raine paint base. This is the eyeshadow base, and this is in shade White. So yes, we're going for a light base as always. And today's is black owned, so just a little cherry on top. And we're going to start on the inner corner. So your inner corner is where your tear duct is. If you're wondering why I have on mascara and a waterline already, it's because I just filmed my other full face black owned makeup video, which is more of a soft glam. So if you want to check that out after this, please do. All right, we're going to go into the inner corner and just diffuse that all the way up to the brow bone. And this is really on like the inner third of the eye. As you can see, I've dragged my primer out a little bit past the brow, which shows you that we're going to be blowing this out and incorporating it into our blush and all of the sorts. But for now, we are just going to focus on this little bit here, all right? Now I'm going to take my next brush. This is a Made by Mitchell brush in shade M3. And I'm going to go into Stock Paper Scissors. These are some awesome names. Awesome name. I think the person who owns this company is named Lorraine. Shout out Lorraine. Stock Paper Scissors and Currency. So these medium. And we are going to go right underneath where we just blended the first color. This is a cut crease, so we will be, trying to get that crease really deep, especially because we're going to be doing the cheetah print on the lid. Spoiler alert. So we want to make sure that there's a good contrast. So when we do the print, it looks really intentional. Now we're going to take this Morphe M154, and we're going to go into shade Banky next. This is awesome. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, I'm a marketing nerd. A marketing degree, and I just love stuff like that. This is making my day. All right, because when you do your own makeup, you don't be looking at the shade name. That's why I have to read them out loud. Anyways, we're going to go right underneath where we placed that last green. You may be thinking, oh, we're going on to the lid. We're going on to the lid. We're going on to the lid. So don't worry about that. We're going to cut all that later. Don't even worry. My mom watched one of my videos recently, and she watches all of them, so shout out her. But she watched one of my videos recently and said, why do you add eyeshadow to the lid if you're just going to cut the crease later? And that's a fantastic question. And the reason why we do that is because we want to make as much contrast as possible. So I want to make this as deep as possible. We're going to cover it up later. But it's going to be this part that's left. We want to make sure that that's super deep. We're going to cut this part off, but we're going to have this later when we cut the crease. We're going to make sure that that's super deep. Why? Because we want a contrast between where the stuff that we blended was before, and the lid. We want it to be clear where the crease is, where it's not. Some artists don't do it like that. They make a softer cut crease. I like a hard cut crease. I want it to be clear where I cut it, especially because I be doing a lot of crazy things on the lid. I be adding rhinestones, which I just did a rhinestone eyeshadow tutorial, glitter, cheetah print, flowers, all types of stuff. So that's why I added it there first for depth, and then I cut it. So now I'm just going to go back in with those shades and blend like I always do. You'll never really have a time where you just place an eyeshadow once, you know, and then you just move on. No, we gotta blend. Even this small little inner third, because as we add more colors, it's gonna get crazy. Okay, now I'm feeling it. We're going to shift to the outer corner, and I will explain to you why we're not going to go to this middle third just yet. We're going to shift to the outer corner. All right, so next we're going to be going into the Pretty Chic palette. So Color Raine has these cool 6 sets. So this is like a series, a collection. So this is the Wealthy Chic one, this is the Pretty Chic one, and then we're going to be using another one after this. And I'm opening this because I want to go into shade Bougie. And I'm using a Morphe M456. And now we're going to start going onto the outer third of the eye, and I'll explain why once we do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a wing, and this purple is going to get muddy by so many colors. It's going to get muddy by so many colors. We're going to come back in and blend it, but we need this so that we have a guideline. So as if it is winged eyeshadow, I'm going to take it all the way out and then bring it back in, and take it all the way out and bring it back in. We need that as a guideline. Now I'm going to take a Morphe M441 and go into shade Sweetheart, which is this bright pink here. I think I'm going a little bit into Daydream. I feel like y'all have seen this eyeshadow palette a lot on my YouTube because Valentine's Day and some other tutorials. I like that palette. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to blend the purple out with this pink here. As you can see, I'm going outside of the eye because I'm going to incorporate this into my blush like I feel like I always do. I just feel like it's just such a cool little look. When your eyes and your face don't like look segregated. Okay, my brows are, speaking of segregation, back up. I'm just going to blend the pink there. All right. Now, here's why I skipped the middle part, because we're going to need to blend between. All right. So for example, not even for example, this is the example. This is literally the example right now. So green and purple, there's a lot in between them on the color wheel, right? So you go green, blue, purple, but we're not doing a blue look. So we're going to need to blend the colors in between green and purple. So we're not going green, blue, purple. So what's the other way? Green, yellow, orange, red. That's what we're doing, right? So I'm going to actually add red to this outer corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Sunset Chic, which is this one right here. And I'm going to go into Gloaming and Night. And we're just going to start with the little bit of space that we have, blending the red here. Red and orange. Okay, you can see there's a little bit of space in between, not much, but a little bit of space. You do not want to blend red and green together. I mean, you may want to blend red and green together, but it's not going to give the ombre effect because red and green makes brown, okay? So in order to blend colors that are not next to each other on the color wheel, you want to use the colors that are in between them. So I'm going to be using yellow, but I'm only going to be using it in this little bit of space because it's just going to be a transition color. But I don't want the red and the green to touch, okay? I'm going to be using, actually, this color Raine eyeshadow brush, and it's their medium blending brush. And I'm going to be going into shade Sunset, which is the yellow. We are going to just gently work that up. Okay, now you see when the yellow blends with the red, it's making a little bit of an orange. When it blends with the green, it's making a light green. And it just transitions well. It transitions way better than when we had the red and the green next to each other. So So that's my little pro tip for blending colors. Sometimes people are like, why are my eyeshadows not vivid? It could be your primer, it could be the quality of eyeshadow that you're using, but it could also be the colors that you're blending together. They may not just be the right combination, the right recipe to blend to what you're trying to get to. You know what I mean? If I blended the red and the green right here, it would be a muddy mess. Adding the yellow will help everybody, meaning all the colors, retain their vividness. Now I'm going to use my trusted no-name brush that I love so much and go into shade Evening. And this is to blend out that red, right? So I'm going to just blend out right on top of where we put the red. Wow, this is coming together pretty quickly. I actually did this look yesterday in the thumbnail. That picture was from yesterday. That's why I have a white waterline, not a black waterline. But that pencil that I used yesterday dried up. So now we're using black. But doing a look the second time is just so much easier because I know what I'm doing. That's why usually I do the look one day for TikTok and I do it again for YouTube because I want to make sure that I have like the clearest directions for y'all. I was trying to figure it out and explain it at the same time. That's why I'm gonna get ready with me because I feel like it'll be so stressful. Now I'm just gonna go back and just reinforce those colors. So I'm gonna start with the red. We want to deepen the crease on these other colors just like we did the green, right? We want to go in with the pink. And it's okay to go from one color's territory to the other color's territory. That's going to help it blend better. So I'm taking that pink and I'm going over some of that orange. And I'm going back in the orange and blending it out. Now I'm going to be taking that purple in just a little bit. And why is that? So that when I cut the crease, it just has a dark color to go against. So bring that in a little bit, all the way over. Because I cut the crease right now, what the crease is going to have to go against in terms of contrast is going to be like this yellow. And that might not be the strongest color to go against. So I'm going to add just a tad bit of purple just to add a little bit of depth across the crease and to give us a guideline for where I'm going to be cutting. Yeah, I'm so excited about this look. One, because it's Black History Month and this is all Black owned, but because it's Black owned and it's fun. I feel like before I've done a bunch of like all Black owned looks and other people have as well, but it just feels like it's always like the soft glam. It's like these companies make these very colorful palettes so I can do my normal looks. Like my Black owned look should look just like my looks that use Black owned and non-Black owned products. You know what I'm saying? Like it should all be fun. So I'm very excited about this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this craft brush. Who are you? This is a Royal and Lang Nickel craft brush 2. And we are going to cut the crease. I put the eyeshadow primer in the back of my hand, per always. The reason why you're going to put the eyeshadow on the back of your hand instead of just like free balling it and putting it right in the brush and putting it here, you need some control. So this way it allows you to disperse exactly how much you want. You don't want too much. So basically just cover the entire brush. And you don't want too little, all right? If you do too little, then you have to go back in. And the crease is where you open and close your eyes. So if you're moving your eyes around while you're trying to go back and get some more, it can be a mess. But you don't want too much because, once again, the crease is where you open your eyes. So you don't want too much because it's a cream liquid product and it will move. So you don't want too much. You don't want to be dripping into your eyelashes. You don't want any of that. So you just want a reasonable amount. So we're going to start in the inner corner and cut all the way across. We're going to spread that out. I know what you're thinking. Lauren, it's light green. It's okay. We'll add some more to the lid. Some people completely wipe the crease off. Like instead of cutting the crease on top of remaining eyeshadow, they wipe it off, or they use Vaseline to take it off and then add the primer back on top. But I just feel like that is so many extra steps, and I don't necessarily like the accuracy of it, of taking it off and then putting it back on, because now you're using like a cotton swab and it just doesn't have the precise tip that this does, and it's not my way. So yeah, if this is your way and you're like, it's gonna really bother me that the eyeshadow primer is a little bit green, then perhaps that is an option that may be better for you. But I personally prefer and suggest just cutting it with the primer. Now, I hope that you can see the depth that I was talking about. So although it may feel like we covered up the dark green, we literally didn't. There is the dark green. You see that depth right there? There is the purple. There is the burgundy. There are those dark shades that we use. It may feel like we covered it up because we covered up the lid, but that contrast, you see that against this. So those dark colors compared to this white, compared to this yellow, to this white. You know what I'm saying? There's more contrast. I really hope that was explained well. If not, let me know down in the comments below and I'll try to explain it better. I'll try again because I want that to be clear. And I know my mom asked me, so I know that maybe other people may be wondering as well. So what we're going to be doing is taking this lid brush and we're going to go into shade Sunset. Woo! We are applying the base for the cheetah print. This is a ColourPop E4 brush, by the way. I feel like we're gonna need a smaller one once we get up to the crease, but for just applying it here, we're all good. I'm just going in with a smaller brush and getting up there with the yellow, because the big brush is just hard to maneuver small places sometimes. It may be easier for y'all at home. I'm pretty fast moving, so the big brush and the fast moving is just not a good combination for that small area. So more power to you if you can get to those small areas with the big brush. It's just, I know myself. Knowing yourself is important. Now, we're going to take some more flat brushes. Various ones. BH Cosmetics, Beauty Bay, the store. You probably just use one. And go through all the shades. And we are going to go in with our half cut crease method. I've posted 2 half cut crease looks. So if you watch those, then this is going to be, you know, you might be following. You might already know what's happening. You might be already getting to it. We are going to go into shade Evening, a little bit of yellow. We're gonna go into shade Evening, and we are going to start applying that on the outer corner of the eye. So over there where the purple is. fantastic. Now we're going to be taking another flat brush and going into that pink. Basically what we're doing is we're creating an ombre, so that the eye doesn't look so like I cut the crease here and yeah, that's all I got. Like I cut the crease here and that's it. Lastly, we are going to take shade Bougie, which is that purple, and we're just going to blend it right in. Just kidding. We're going to take that shade Bougie, which is that purple, and we are just going to apply that on the outer corner so that it blends into where we had the purple before. I'm taking a fan brush because I feel like the fallout may be unbearable on camera. I hope it's not. I really hope it's not. And before I start doing the cheetah print, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that yellow shade on a fluffy bending brush, and I'm just going to blend out that little bit that is white on top of the green. Just a smidge. There we go. There we go. All right, now what goes into the cheetah print? Let me tell you. I could use liquid liners for this. However, I'm trying to stay with the integrity of using all black on products. So I'm going to use liquid lipstick, and that's what I used yesterday. So I'm going to be using the color Raine liquid lipstick in Roulette, and I'm putting it on the back of my hand, of course. Anything that I want in a small quantity, I'm putting on the back of my hand to disperse it. I'm going to use the shade Ooh La La. So I'm going to be doing purple cheetah print, purple and orange cheetah print. But to get the perfect mix, I'm going to be using these two. Yesterday, I actually had added a little bit of blue lipstick just to get the perfect shade of purple. So I'm going to stick with that. You may think, I think it'll look better with green cheetah print. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to be using this brush, which is a Morphe V303. Now, how do you draw cheetah print? It's really not a hard print because it's not like triangles or circles where it's like a perfect shape. You know, it's kind of just lumps, right? So I'm going to just pull up my reference picture just so I make sure. And this is my reference picture. Before this picture, my reference picture was another cheetah print look that I did when I was like 17. So I'm just using, this is just the Lauren Renaissance. I'm just using my own inspo. So we're going to start with, imagine a chubby 3. So we're going to go right here. And you're going to draw a chubby 3. That makes sense? A 3 that's not very descriptive. It doesn't look like a 3. Okay, so that's our first one. We're going to draw one up here. So we're going to draw a little 3. And I kind of messed up right there. But here's the fun about cheetah print. It don't look like, no two spots are the same. You know what I'm saying? So although I wanted this one to be a little bit longer, that works. We got a lump going there. We're going to outline one right here. This doesn't even look like a 3. It's just a squiggly line. That's probably a better description than a 3. A squiggly line. And then I'm going to make this one kind of like the parentheses. So there's going to be one on the other side. And I'm just going to squiggle that out. There we go. Now, sometimes there's spots that are not filled in. So we're going to make one of those right here. Like a little blob. We're going to make another blob up here. I'm going to do a squiggly parentheses again. And I don't know what I'm going to do right here yet. Alright. So that's our outline. You can kind of see what it's gonna look like, but if you can't, that's fine. We're about to make it better. So I'm going to use this orange lipstick here. So this is also from color Raine, and this is the liquid lipstick in Spiked Punch. And I'm going to be taking a craft brush that's a little bit thicker and more flimsy, And I'm going to be taking a smidgen, a literal smidgen of that purple, and I'm going to be filling in the parentheses in places where I just said that I'm going to put up a spot there. So this one doesn't have another side. Yeah, I'm still going to just fill it in. Leopard print is so fun. It might be one of the things that I enjoy the most in terms of like what occurs in nature, next to clouds. And then after cheetah print would be fruits. Anyways, that's not what you asked. Let's focus. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over that dark orange with this light orange, because the dark orange is too dark, but we needed to lay the liquid down first, because if we put the orange on top of this yellow eyeshadow, it really wouldn't stand a chance. So we're going to need to put it over this orange liquid lipstick. The reason why it wouldn't stand a chance is because it would just be powders mixing like on top of one another. But on top of the liquid, if the liquid lipstick goes on top of the eyeshadow, then it can kind of, you know, stand out. This is a multi-step process. It's not hard, but one may say it's tedious. Now we're going to go back into our purple, and we're just going to go over the spots that just got covered by the orange. Kind of finalize those. Okay, now I'm going to take just a small brush and go back in over the spots that I feel like are a little bit out of bounds, like this little spot here. And we're going to use the yellow eyeshadow, and then we're just going to clean basically up the edges. Now we're going to quickly, wow, this looks so good. Okay, now we're going to quickly do it on this eye. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend underneath my eye. Right now I just have the yellow and a little bit of orange on the brush, and I'm going to blend that out. I'm also going to be taking a little bit of our orange shade and a little bit of our light pink shade, and I'm going to be blending this out a little bit on the edge, simply because I'm about to blush it up, and I want to make sure that it is cohesive. Speaking of that, I'm taking a blush brush and a little bit of that orange. Holla on the nose, of course. And the temples. Yes. For the inner corner highlight and for the nose highlight. So this is Natural Chic, which is also from Colored Raine. I'm going to be taking the champagne color, and I'm going to be adding it to, whoa, so powerful, to the inner corner on both sides. I don't usually do a shimmer or inner corner, but I did it yesterday and I really liked it. I'm gonna do that on the nose as well. I'm going to be using the Lip Bar Big Timer Volumizing Mascara. I really like this mascara. I can always tell if I like a mascara not by how it works on my upper lashes, because like, does that really matter honestly if we put on false lashes, but the lower lashes. Yeah, yeah. I'm very pleased. I also like it with the black waterline. Let me know if you like with the white waterline better or the black waterline. The white waterline is one in the thumbnail and in the shorts. The black waterline is the one right here. I kind of like it in both. I'm really, really proud of this look. Y'all let me know down below if you want more fun looks like this, as well as technique videos. But I'm here to teach, so I'm like, you need the technique so that, you know, these videos are fun to watch and you can follow along. But I'm going to put on lashes and lips and come back for the outro, and I'll tell you all what I'm going to be using on my lips. It's going to be black on as well. Alrighty, so the lip combo is Aboni Cosmetics. I don't know if it's Aboni or Aboni, Ebony. I don't know. I've been saying Aboni. Love to them though. Aboni Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick and Killer Queen, which I wear all the time. The Colored Raine Lipstick and Charm, which is a light pink. And then the Fenty Beauty Heat Gloss Bomb Heat in Fussy Heat. So that is the lip combo. Here is the finished look. So so proud of this. Let me know what you think down below. Please give this video a like if you learned anything, or if you just like the look, or if you just like me. Also, subscribe down below to stick around. Let me know once again if you want to see more creative looks, what you want to see, because we're moving out of February into March and the rest of the year. So we have a lot of time. I think this is my 5th week in a row posting. I'm getting consistent on them. I don't know what to tell you. But yes, if you redo this look, please tag me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok so I can see it. Show us some love, throw it a comment and a like and a save, because I really appreciate that. It makes me feel so warm when y'all recreate the looks. Follow me on my other social medias to see more looks like this, see more of my day-to-day. I actually fly out tomorrow to go to Vegas for a half marathon. So I do a lot of stuff. I also have a bucket list series on TikTok where I try all types of different foods, cuisines, activities. It's really fun. So go check me out on there and in my shorts. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Oh, also, go check out all these brands that I put down below. These Black-owned beauty brands. Happy Black History Month. Now bye for real.